Hello and welcome back to Penberlan Farm. So the day has finally come. It is August the 6th and the harvest is here. Our field of wheat has come ripe and so yeah, we're getting the harvest on, which is fantastic. My favourite time of year this, sitting in the combine here and doing this. We have a class 208 is our combine. And yeah, we're doing the harvest. That beep is 25% full, so that's good. There we go. She's an old girl. This we bought her second hand, which is yeah, for a good price actually, a really decent price. We got this. The combine that was here was a really old, really small little case that we couldn't use. We need something a little bit bigger, so that's what we've got in this 208. Even so, you know, it's we only have a couple of fields really a year that we harvest, so we didn't need a combine that was overly expensive or difficult to maintain, so that's why we went for the 208. Something that we knew we could maintain on the farm ourselves was the thing. For most of the time. I mean, obviously these are fairly complicated machines, combines, even of one of this age. So it does the job nicely, really nicely. We did when we bought it. When we went to buy it, we took a test drive on it with. He had a field that he had ready to harvest, because we bought it when we just before we bought the farm last year, or just before the farm, just before we bought the farm. I had planned to use it on Kendall, but in the end we kept our combine that we got on that. Because that's a newer New Holland we have on that farm, so we could justify that, especially with the increased amount of stuff we had on there. So at 55%, so we should empty when we next do the headland. And this does, the one thing this does have is it does struggle up this hill a little bit. I discovered that when I started the field. So it goes a little bit slowly up this way. But it is, in general, a good combine. Oh, come on, little machine, you can do it. There we go. So we're getting a decent crop off this by the looks of things, or a decent yield off this. Should do us well. We should get to roughly the end of the field, or roughly another round of the field before we need to empty. I think we're gonna need to empty just as we make it to the other side of the field. I'm trying to see where my fill indicator is. If it's actually working. Oh, we've gone a little bit wide there, never mind. There we go. Normally, well, yeah, we can look in the window. It is getting up there. As long as we keep our divider in the right place and everything, we will be fine. Oh, there we go. We are 75% full. We need to empty when we get to the other end. Definitely. got 75% there. We are gonna be, we're gonna run out of space a little bit short. The question then is, do I bring the tractor to me, or do I take the combine to the tractor? I might take the combine to the tractor, I think. That way I don't have to keep jumping out of the out of the combine. And the tractor is parked in a good place for us to empty, so when we need to. And the whole point of this is being a one-man harvest keeps the cost down and means we make the maximum amount of money we can from this. Our chief reason, as always, on these farms is to get the straw. It's a cheaper way of getting the straw. This. There we go. But whether we will make it to the end here or not, I don't know. It's gonna be close. If the combine does get full, it will automatically shut off. So I need to rather than overfill the grain tank, this does have an auto shut off. This combine. Useful feature, but you can run into the crop if you're not careful. And we must be getting pretty full. Yeah, we're well above the window now. Again, I'm just sort of inching forward in case this shut-off kicks in. Oh, thankfully it didn't. There we go. Right. There we are. Fill over the wheels. That way it's less likely that the tractor will Why am I going backwards? There we go. We're empty. Oh, no. We're not. Oh, it seems the combine doesn't have enough power to hold us on the hill and empty. That's not good. I'm just going to shut that off and get us nearer the front. Wow. I think we need to have a look at what's wrong with our combine, because that is not good. Slipping back like that. We might have to move the tractor around the other side rather than this, because this is... Explains why we slip up the hill quite a bit, or slip when we're, you know. There we go. Emptied. Now we need to reverse up anyway. Right, we want to go round the field a couple more times. I think I might move the tractor next time. Somewhere where our header is, I think. There we go. Yeah, this combine I think needs a good service. It is struggling. I'm not sure. We should have serviced it before the before we started the harvest, I think. So that could be what's causing the issue. Tend to service at the end of the season. But, yeah. Oversight on my part, I think. We'll check it out before we do, because we've got the soybean harvest to do in a month or so. When that field comes ripe. So we'll give the combine a good service and a good check over before then. Hopefully that will improve it, because it's not too bad. It's just that hill there it really doesn't like. And this is its first outing this year, so she will be a little bit sluggish. That's okay. We're not gonna be struggling up and down that hill much once we get into the main body of the field. We have because we're going to be going this direction, so there's not really a lot of hill this way. Only when we're doing turning will that really come into it. There we go. Round we go. So this should give us, yeah, this will give us a nice load of straw. So the whole point to this exercise absolutely is a means of giving us straw for our cattle and our pigs, so that it gets us through the winter and gets us basically through to the next year. And that will be massively useful to us. Go. And we'll keep us going really nicely, that one. Keeping our animals happy over winter is what gets us through the winter on the farm, really. It keeps us, with cows, it gives us a good steady income. With the sheep, of course, it gives us a nice income there from their wool, because gives us a nice income from their wool sort of in the spring, because obviously they need their coats during the winter. But come springtime, nice bit of shearing, and yeah, spring, summer, and we get a nice bit of wool from the sheep. And then as the autumn kicks in again, that's when that starts going down. Right, one more headland, and then we'll be into the main body of the field. And that'll give us plenty of space to turn around in. And it should fill... Well, we'll be not far off a full trailer at that point, I think. So we'll need to go and tip that. I've heard rumblings from one of our neighbours that he needs some help as well. He's got a pretty early, from the looks of it, sugar beet crop driving past it. So yeah, I think he's struggling to get it out the ground in time. So we might go and see if we can help him out next time. We've not got a lot to do between harvests. We do need to get this baled fairly quickly. Of course, so we'll probably be doing that in the next couple of days. But yeah, he needs to get that up as well. So I think he's looking to contract us to do that. And I think in return, one of the things we need is some sugar beet for the pigs. So what we might do is see if we can buy some of those off him, as well as getting paid for the contracting work. Because if he's got a bit of surplus, as it seems to have come right really early, it will be yeah. I'm fairly sure we can buy some off him, which will help us on that side. It means we don't. The beauty of that is, because he provides the machinery, we don't have this huge layout. And sugar beet machinery can be really expensive. Not as expensive as it is to set up for potatoes, but yeah, for sugar beets it can be really, really expensive. So he's got the harvester, and yeah, will let us let us use it to harvest for him, and will pay us for him to do it. So it's all good. Right. So we need to empty this. I am going to lift up the header and put that out. We will turn that off. And we'll just go and jump into it. Because the thing is that this will pretty much be full from this, I think. I might just jump and have a look at the trailer. But I think, yeah. I think this will pretty much fill our massive trailer. So we need to go and tip. And after this... There we go. Let's just jump out and have a look. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's going to fill that up quite nicely. There we go. Let's head off and go and tip this in the shed. Yeah, this is a pretty full trailer. Way, there we are, down the hill. Round into the yard, there we go. It's a nice short trip. One of the nice things about this farm is that everything is nice and close. So it's never a long trip. Oh, we have to look the other way, I think. To do anything? Go. Tip that. There we are. And head back to the field. There we go. Still really wet around some of the farm. We are looking to try and get this field sorted fairly quickly because there is rain forecast for later. So I don't wish to yeah, I want to make sure that we're going to get this sorted. And the thing is, we're going to have to get this baled quickly as well, because if it does rain, that will take out a lot of this straw. There we go. Right. Let's start her up again. And we'll head into the middle now. There we go. Right, so my target is to basically aim for that tree. If I keep on that line, then we should be pretty straight on the field. Or we at least will have a nice straight line to go through. Well, I think that's roughly straight. Yeah, there we go. And round. To be honest, I don't know if the rain is forecast today. I need to check whether it's today or later in the week. But certainly I don't want to risk leaving the straw here too long. If it gets wet, it will start to disintegrate, and then we will have an issue. Properly have an issue, because we'll have to buy bales in for the end of the year. So yeah, I don't want to do that. So we'll get it baled up as quickly as we can. go. But we should be able to knock this out fairly quickly now. Now that we've got the headlands done, it's a fairly quick turnaround each time. And that just works to our advantage. Works properly in our favour. We have... Yeah. This combine now is having a lot less issue now that it's not having to contend with that hill as well. So this is definitely the right way to plant this field. Ah, there we go. We're quarter full. Halfway through our fourth back and forth. Our fourth cut. So, yeah, we're not going to get more than a three-quarters of a trailer off here. So 2 loads, a load and a half at the combine. Go. I think, which is decent. I mean, that is a decent amount of grain. It's not gonna make us. Well, it's not gonna make us as much as the cows actually make in general, but it makes more than it will than it would obviously be for us to buy. It's more cost efficient than us buying in. Corn. And the thing is with the soybeans, because the soybeans are there purely as a profit harvest. Well, no, actually that's not true either, because we have those so that we can feed the pigs. What we have to buy in to feed the pigs is corn. Yeah, corn and sugar beet are the 2 things we don't have for feeding the pigs. We may buy, if I can, I want to buy another field that I can have corn in, and then rotate 3 things between our fields. So a grain, a small grain, and corn between our 3 fields. That way I've got most of what I need to feed the pigs, and the only thing I haven't got is the really expensive thing to do, which is the sugar beet. If I can avoid having to have all that outlay for sugar beet equipment for what is not going to be cost effective overall, then that's good. And we can and we have enough neighbours, and we do enough work for our neighbours that's not an issue. There we go. That's half full, I think. Wow, we're gonna get the whole of the rest of this field in this combine. Yeah. That's great. That is absolutely, well, it's fantastic from the point of fact that we can just finish up and head back to the farm. It's a decent, we're getting a decent yield off here. What, 22, 23 thousand litres? Maybe even 25? Trying to think how much my trailer holds. And how much this combine holds, actually. And we'll have to check that. There we go. But a decent amount anywhere, look at it. I may have misjudged ever so slightly at the top. I don't know if I have 2 rows left or 1 row left. Let's go find out. I have oh no, it might be 2 rows. Yeah, I think that's just slightly too wide for our header. Yeah, it is. But that's actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy and pretty okay with that. And we're not up to the window yet with the grade. So it's not going to be another full tank. There we go. I pitched pretty much where to go in there, about right. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. There we go. Turn it off. We will put our... Is that bringing that out? Right, there we go. So out with the auger. Where is it? There it is. Oh. I think I'm too far over. There we go. So that's where we'll leave it today. All that really remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this visit to Penberlan Farm. Please give it a like, drop us a comment and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, along with much, much more, please subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.